Hey, I'm Zach. I made this thing called Knobbler, and this video is about how to get it set up and running on your system. We're going to take it from the very beginning. So here we go. Number one, on your iPad, you'll need to go to the App Store and search for Knobbler. Thankfully, there's not much else called Knobbler. So here we are. You can purchase it here. I've already done that, so I'm going to hit Open. And here's how it opens. It tells you make a connection. Visit the Setup tab to get started. And that's right down here, the Setup tab. What it just did is it just scanned the network for any Knobbler devices in Ableton Live and did not find any. And so that's why we have this nobody home message. Download the device for Ableton Live for free. If I tap that button here on the iPad, it'll open my web browser with the page where you can download the device. But what we need to do is open that web page on our computer. And so I've done that here. We've got the Knobbler homepage open here. And the very first thing you see is this download latest button. And so that's what we're going to click. We're going to download the latest Knobbler device. And here that is in my downloads folder. So what I'm going to do from here is take the device from my downloads folder and drag it into Ableton Live into the user library. And I'm going to drop it there. And now in my user library, I'm going to have an item called Knobbler 4 and then the version that you downloaded. What we're going to do is add the Knobbler device to our live set. So I'm just dragging it from the user library into a new empty MIDI track. And here we go. And we're seeing an error, and I suspect many people will see this error. Here's the deal. Knobbler relies on some functionality in Ableton Live that Ableton Live only turns on when there's a control surface configured. And so we've got some instructions here on how to rectify this. So what I'm going to do is go into the Ableton Live settings, into the link tempo and MIDI page. And what I'm going to do is choose the advanced control surface from this list. And you see, as soon as I chose that, that warning went away. And now when I close the settings and go to a different track or any other device, we see this blue hand icon show up in the title bar. So you really need that blue hand icon in the title bar in order for Knobbler to work properly. So back in the Knobbler device in Ableton Live, we're going to hit Rescan Net. Drop down this drop down. It's found the Knobbler app running on my iPad. And so I'm going to choose that. And here we are all set up. We're ready to go on the device side. Back on the iPad, I can just pull down to refresh this. And sure enough, that warning message has been replaced by a Knobbler that it's found on my computer called music.local. I'm just going to tap this. It puts the IP address and the port in these boxes, and it tests the connection, and it says the connection is successful. So now we can go to a different tab, for example, Blue Hand. And here we are, everything's working. I can navigate around my live set, going into the various tracks and sends and things like that. I can move controls, like for example, I'm moving the volume of this reverb channel, or maybe I can switch to my kick channel, control the volume there, switch to the device view and see that I can now control everything with Knobbler. So we're ready to go. If things didn't work perfectly smoothly, you can visit the troubleshooting page on the Knobbler homepage. That's right here, troubleshooting. And this has some common situations that may lead to things not working properly. Mostly they're related to how your network is set up, or maybe some choices that you made. Maybe when Ableton first started, you were prompted, do you want to let Ableton find things on your network? Maybe you said no because you thought, why does Ableton need to find things on my network? Well, here's a good reason why it does. And so, for instance, Ableton needs to have local network permissions along with Knobbler. So if we go to the Settings app on the iPad and go to Privacy and Security, and then scroll down to Local Network, you should see Knobbler in the list enabled. If it's disabled, things are not going to work properly. So that would be one of the first things to check. So anyhow, from here, you're off to the races. You can go mapping knobs to Knobbler pages, just like that, and have fun making music. So thanks for checking out Knobbler, and I'm happy to answer any questions you've got. Just put it in a comment, or you can email me. My email address is all over everything. Thanks a bunch. Talk to you soon. Bye.